What is... Oh, you can drink.
The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
Oh, there we go.
Built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Yeah, it'll go through us pretty quickly as a Witcher. See, there's still something over here. So all those spots all over the screen were actually just more... They were just multiple locations for alcohol. Oh, hello. A show. Tug of war? Oh, mimes. Should I walk in the middle? Whoa, it's like there's no rope at all. Spooky. What if I turn on my Witcher sense and I could actually see the, It'd be funny if turning on the Witcher sense made me actually see the rope. It's like, it's real! I mean, they're mimes. I don't see how I would interact in any way. I could stare at them, but they're doing one thing endlessly. Do I pick a flower? Oh. Ah! Improv successful. They were both on board. All I had to do was interact with the invisible object. That's great. See, they're not even mad. They're like waving and stuff because they're totally on board. It looked like I was messing with them, but it's part of the act. They're probably happy I interacted. Does this guy have more tricks though? Hologram dolphins are neat and everything, but it'd be cooler if there was like more than two things happening. It makes them go left or right, and then it makes them jump over this walkway. Let's see if I can spot that happening. This should be the next one. Nope, he's not doing it this time. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Come on. There it goes. You got it. What's going on over here?
Pretentious.
So we're looking for a woman with the orchid in her hair. Unless she has a very deep voice, it's probably not that guy. Oh no, she's dead. What have we done? No, not much evidence of that right now. So she's probably on the other end. Let's go take a look. I probably accidentally visited her briefly and maybe even almost progressed the quest when I wasn't trying to.
Cecilia never should have performed tonight. You should have.
It seems something.
We are busy.
Well, I wasn't expecting her to shove me. I don't see an orchid in the hair, though.
To be alone. Please.
Yeah, well, we all wish for a lot of things, sir. Are you also having an existential crisis?
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Yeah, you like being you've grown used to being utterly alone. We're all very proud of you and your independence as a man.
Cecilia never.
Congratulations. She over here? Ooh, dye solution. Why not? It's becoming surprisingly hard to find her. Were there 3 alcoves on the other side too? Maybe I'm missing details around, or maybe she's in the locked one. Don't hear her. Let's check. Is there an upstairs? A second floor? Because the map makes it look like there's one. No, well, there is a second floor, but I don't think that's the alcoves. Let's be thorough. How about right here? No. That is, in fact, an exit.
Such talent. Exceptional, true.
What's it saying? Bon venant?
A tip off the glass. Good fellow. Need I remind you?
He must be the artist. Oh, hey. This one's new. Found it, I believe. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna inconspicuously loot things in the back of the room. Oh, never mind.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Cintrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Not a fan, huh? Alright. Use your Witcher senses to search the refreshment tables. Nobody with normal senses could ever search refreshment. So the orchid was slightly less of a lead than we initially hoped.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Laura. Oh, my dearest love, oh, lone ray of sunshine on the firmament of my life, I shall speak from my heart. For weeks, I have been shooting stolen glances in your direction, hiding the hope I dare nurture deep within my bosom that perhaps you feel for me, even one iota of the affection I feel for you. I have waited long, gathered the courage to confess my feelings for you. I would certainly be awaiting still had you not appeared at tonight's soiree in the company of that womanizing, carousing, drivel-scribing pretentious pig named Alphonse de Reside. When I saw that emaciated turd fawning over you, I immediately knew I had to act. I turned to the best weapon in my arsenal, the quill, and the well-turned phrase, and began writing you this letter. Forgive me, it is written on a napkin, for I had nothing more appropriate at the hand at the time. Oh, most marvelous of all women, do not believe a word he whispers in your ear. He is as slippery as a viper, and twice as venomous. Reject his advances, and let me walk hand in hand with you. Feed you grapes, and with you radiate happiness to the heavens themselves. Yours forever, Fabian. Nope, not what we're here for. But,
More, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Treacly refuse.
Yep, that's actually more elegant than I was going to say anything about
Empty
it.
heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Also, you shoved me again.
Heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left
No, it's happening again.
It held a flask of perfume.
Well.
A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
it behind. Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Yep, we're following it. We are following the scent. I tried to click on it again because I thought I was supposed to loot it for a moment. Because right when I clicked on it, she shoved me again, like she often does while she's following me. I thought that broke the animation. Nope. Just led to me getting the same dialogue twice. Well, she moved with purpose in a specific direction, didn't she? Okay, never mind. She's kind of meandering a bit.
Aren't they even?
Aha!
The right cuff seems somewhat higher.
This seems awful important. Is this gonna be... It must be a garden, judging by the map, covered in flowers? No? There's just a lot of plants around here, apparently.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Oh, they are expecting trouble.
Upstairs.
Psych, he's the villain the whole time. It's a trap. That guy's actually the one behind everything. Seriously though, please, no fist fight? Please? Please. I'm tired of the fist fights already.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
What if it was the guard? It could be very well that he's there guarding the door to make it look like he's not the one that did it.
Bloody handprint. It's his.
If only we had fingerprinting technology. Don't mind me just looting the room of a dead person.
Killed her, and went out on the balcony.
It'd be pretty easy to escape via a balcony. Without the guard catching on. There was a candelabra inside there? How'd you fit it? Candelabras seem rather large to me. That was a rather small box. Don't see much else going on inside here, so what's outside? Oh.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever.
Oh, he tore down
Must be
this
pretty
door.
strong, too.
Interesting. He tore down the door that leads outside. But then to what end?
Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Whoopsie. Making this easier for me, sir.
Footprints, made by soiled boots.
Let's go get the poor guy, huh?
Must have climbed this ladder.
The question is whether he's still up here. It'd be so easy to escape here undetected if he just took off in any direction, really. But he could be here to kill somebody else.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Maybe she was gonna warn someone.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it, hard, then sank to the floor.
Oh. Who was in here? Could it be Oriana? Maybe she was captured? Knocked out? Unless the same character from before was brought here and she just was taken all the way downstairs.
Bloodstains.
If the bloodstains are up here, it seems unlikely they'd kill them up here and then take them downstairs, so it's probably a different person. Oriana or her guards or
Links
something.
at a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
So it appears their goal was to steal a jewel on a chain. Because they got as far as the chest. What's that? Oh, it's still here.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle.
Oh. Interesting. Maybe he came for the necklace, got surprised by the person that we were here for, and then maybe even attacked by her. Wounded? That could be his blood, perhaps. Or you know, the thief's anyway, gender, whatever gender that be. And maybe he then... Maybe he made a run for it, but then slit her throat. Or there could be all sorts of people involved here. Why is that up there? It looks like it's floating. Why is it floating? Why is there a floating candelabra?
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone tried to grab it.
Oh, I just couldn't make out the fact that it was there.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
In such a dark room, when something like that is glowing, it just looks like it's on its own, floating magically.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
That was definitely shown by what we saw before.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
Empty and knocked towards the room. Oh, did they attack the painting? Maybe it was part of the struggle.
Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
Or maybe something was hidden behind the chest.
Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
Sorry, I mean, maybe there was something hidden behind the painting. Maybe the box with the, Maybe the box was behind the painting. The one that has the jewel in it? Also, maybe this isn't an empty inkwell. Maybe the ink actually was used to write something on the painting, an invisible ink. Decorated hunting knife. Well, that'll narrow things down.
Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurion's killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
That seems slightly odd. The knife was next to the doorway, but the window was across the entire room, and that is a very big room. How hard did you push him?
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Cintrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Toussaint. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Toussaint. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the unravel and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Sienna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Sienna received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Sienna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Seem surprised. Why?
I never would have suspected Regis to find common ground with a Witcher.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand. Talking gets the job done, for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a Witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you are gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
That quickly became a fascinating network of characters who have varying levels of knowledge of what's going on around them. Wow, that's a long name, by the way, Regis. Jeez. Oh, it's sun time. Sun came up. We leveled up again. It happens so fast sometimes. So, in that network, Regis knows absolutely everything. He's the one character who does, basically. the Duchess. Is she a Duchess or a Queen? She's a Duchess, right? The Duchess knows about the sister, of course, her own sister, and knows where we're going, but doesn't know that Detloff is the beast, that Vauclair, that we're hunting in the first place. Meanwhile, Detloff does not know where we're going, I believe, but now knows that I'm trying to help him, but does not know the identity of one of the potential bad people in the first place, or one of the opponents here, being the sister and everything. And then we have the host of the party, who I believe we've kept basically all the details away from them about what's going on here, but she talks about knowing Regis for ages, literally, which seems to suggest that she might know that he's a vampire, while maybe not knowing anything about the ongoing plot, besides, of course, the murder itself. So, like, there's just this crazy web of intrigue, and all these people having various levels of awareness about the situation, and very conflicting and different goals about what we should actually do at the end of the day. I get the feeling that once this quest is concluded, no matter what I do, there's going to be a disagreement between some of these characters about what path should be taken. Oriana. During the soiree organized by the Mandragora, Geralt met Oriana, a valued patroness to many local artists. There was something about this woman that made most who met her feel somehow ill at ease. She could not break the Witcher's iron-hard self-composure, of course, but she did give him the impression that she was no normal aristocrat, and his impressions were usually spot on. Sylvia Anna. A lovely name, don't you think? This beauty should come as no surprise, given it's the name of the daughter of a duke and the sister of a duchess. Yet, the fate of Sienna, as her intimates called her, was not as beautiful as might have been suspected for one so well born. Though, as it turns out, she had in truth been born rather inopportunely. She came into this world during an eclipse, and thus fell victim to the panic surrounding the curse of the Black Sun, which was said to affect young girls from ruling parties birthed in similar circumstances. Though Geralt had serious doubts whether this curse truly existed, many claimed it caused horrible mutations, which filled its victims with cruelty and a desire to kill. Sienna's parents certainly seemed to be among the believers in this curse, for they deemed her too dangerous to be allowed to remain at court and forced her into exile. Sienna then fled to Naziar and soon, for all intents and purposes, dropped off the face of the planet.